big choice election. This will make a difference for not only the country, but for your family. The choice you make will have a big impact on how America's families live. If you're a senior, for instance, or if you're caring for a senior in your family, and that senior needs a medical specialist, and you pick up the phone and you call the receptionist at a doctor's office, you're going to be told in time after time, I'm sorry, we're not taking more Medicare patients. Because after Obamacare and the cuts in reimbursement rates, $716 billion in cuts to Medicare, we're not taking new Medicare patients. Half of America's doctors are saying they won't take new Medicare patients. That's what happens if we re-elect President Obama. If instead, when we elect me President of the United States, we're going to get rid of Obamacare and restore our promise to our seniors. And your mom or your dad or you yourself are going to be able to get the doctor you want to get an appointment with. And then, let's say you're in your 40s or your 50s, and they're your prime working years. And you've been expected to put away some extra money, perhaps for your retirement, or perhaps to help your child with school. And yet somehow this job market hasn't been very kind to you. I was speaking with a man from Waukesha, Wisconsin, just the other day. And he told me that he had a job at $25 an hour plus benefits. But now he doesn't have that job anymore. All he can get is one with $9 and no benefits. And he's wondering how to make ends meet. The president doesn't have a plan to get America working again. We have a 5-point plan I'll tell you about in a moment that's going to get more jobs and more take-home pay, and that's what America needs, and that's why we're going to get elected. You might have a college senior, a high school senior graduating this year, and if they're coming out of, I got a few of them here. You're coming out of college, why, I got some good news and some bad news. The bad news, all that education is over, and excuse me, that's the good news, all right? And the bad news is you probably got, well, maybe $10,000 or $20,000 or more in student debt. And you're going to be paying just on that and paying it off over a long period of time. But there's more bad news. And that is while you've been living your life and going to school, my generation has been spending much more than we've been taking in at the government level. And so you're going to get hit with about $50,000, that's per average man, woman, and child in America, of government debt. And that means every time you get a paycheck with your new job and you see that deduction for taxes, you're going to know that a lot of that money is going to pay interest on the debt we've accumulated. And the president's plan, just keep on spending more than we take in, $1 trillion more a year. This is putting a burden on you and will crush the American dream if he's reelected. And that's why Paul Ryan and I have a plan to get America on track, cut spending, to cap federal spending, and finally get us on track to a balanced budget. And if you got kids in school, this election is a big election for you. Because if you got kids in school, you may decide that they're not getting the skills you think they need for the jobs of tomorrow, and so you might look around and find a charter school you think might be better for them, or perhaps another public school where you think you got a better opportunity there, and you're going to find out that a lot of states across this country you can't take your kids out of the school they're in because the money's just not there for you. The money doesn't follow the student, it instead stays in the school. Well, I'm going to change that. I want to make sure that your kids have the choice that you'd like them to have, and make sure the federal dollars